What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Wii Sports Resort. Today, this is actually, I think, the first Wii Sports Resort that I'm doing post vocals on. So today we're going to get all of the stamps that are in Power Cruising. We already have one, because one of them is really, really easy. It's go through all the rings on any course. We are going for, I believe, it's Power Jumper right now, which is go through every single ring on the final course. So this one is pretty hard. I actually was able to get through every single ring except for one when I ran through this originally. Not on my first try, but after a few attempts, I was able to go through every single one except one of them. I can't remember, it might have been one of the consecutive ones or the final one. The final one's really hard to get. Also, right here, I do something very, very interesting. Because that ring is at an angle, I always try and do a loop-de-loop and make sure that I'm lined up perfectly to get it right there. I found that if I just gun for it, you can do it if you gun for it. I cannot go for it and get it if I gun for it. Other people can because they're actually good at the game. So right here, we're on a pretty good attempt right now. When you get here, there's a few waves that try and control you and push you in certain directions. So I always try and slow down here. Again, it doesn't matter what score you get. The only thing that matters is that you go through every ring. So right here is the 3 consecutive ones. They're really hard to get. So if you ever mess up, just slow down, stop, and then try and get another wave. Again, doesn't matter the score. You can go through the hoops. So that's good. This final one is really, really hard to get. The way they position the waves and everything, you gotta have tons of speed. It's very, very high. And I miss it. I go through the entire 2-minute course just to miss the final little ring. So I have to do it again because why not? So this is about 5 minutes later. Again, the only thing you really have to worry about is going through the hoops. Don't worry about your score. You can take a hit on your points. You'll get pro eventually. It's fine. No worries. So I actually don't like to use my speed boost a whole lot until I need it at the little hoops. If you're wondering why I pause sometimes, just middle of the run, I was making sure my Wii Motion Plus accessory was working, because there were a few attempts where my accessory was spinning and I couldn't tell because I was on the Power Cruiser, the little jet ski, and I couldn't use my speed boost because the Pro controller was broken, or the Pro accessory, Wii Motion Plus, was broken. So if I ever pause just middle of the run, that's why. Also, I think later in the video there are a few attempts where my Wiimote straight up breaks mid-run, and I always have to pause and fix that. I say this is probably the hardest part of the run, is the 3 consecutive back-to-back. You don't have a whole lot of room for mobility to change. Except maybe this jump is probably the hardest. So I'm trying to get myself lined up here. And then I realize something. I'm going to line myself up, pass here, and then it hits me. I don't want to screw this up again. So I've actually paused the video. I paused my game and look up a video of how people do it. And the only reason I messed it up before was because I just didn't have enough speed. So I'm going to make a loop-de-loop again, because your score doesn't matter. I should have negative points by this point. But I'm just trying to get myself lined up, and then I'm just going to gun for it. Get all the speed I can. Because if you have a lot of speed, you can get there. But you need a lot of speed, and you clear it. It's just really, really high up there. So you need the speed. You need to hit the wave at the right point. It's a tough jump, but you can get it. Just don't slow down and try and tactically aim and line yourself up like the other rings. You can do that for the other rings because they're at a perfect height where you can do that. That last one you can't. So that's Power Jumper. This next one is I think it's Power Cruiser, right? Yeah, Power Cruiser. You need to score 170 points on all courses. So I actually scored 170 points on every single course except for 2. Stage 3, which is the Lighthouse, and Stage 4, which is the Marina. So the reason I haven't scored high is because of all these waves. I mean, these waves are just crazy. And after a few times of attempts, I finally understood, like, hey, here's where you hit the speed boosts. Right after the wave happens, or as the wave happens, you want to speed boost. You just want to use it as much as you can, your speed boost, because that's going to make or break if you get 170. On a lot of these courses, 170 points is a very, very tight score. Like, you got to play almost perfectly. I don't want to say perfectly, because you can miss a few double points or, have a blunder or two, but you really can't mess up too much. As you can tell, the waves are messing with me. I have a really good score. Again, waves are just coming in. This last little bit is the hardest part of this stage. This one right here, this upcoming one. Boom. Alright, we got it. Should be free. A wave messes me up, and I missed it. I was lined up perfectly. I had it. A wave comes in, and I just get shot off into the Netherlands. So we go again. This time, probably 10 more minutes has gone by, and I'm like, alright, I know exactly when to hit it. You just gotta play the course a couple times. There's really not a whole lot of, here's what you do and how you do it. You just play it a few times, get a feel for it, and once you play it and understand where the waves are gonna come from, when, what direction, you understand it a whole lot. The waves are not RNG. They are gonna come at the same time, at the same place, at the same angle every time. So as long as you play enough times and understand where that's coming from, you're good. So as you can tell, we're killing it. We're at 110. We still have about a fourth of the course left, but a lot of these are times 2. I realize my Wii Motion Plus is broken, so we're going to take a pause here, fix that. And if you don't have a broken Wiimote, good on you. I still do. But again, I'm going to use this broken Wiimote until it is full on broken. I got a new Wiimote, but I'm not breaking it in until I absolutely have to. This last one's hard to get. Sometimes the wave messes you up, but if you can hit that, you're good. As you can see, we hit 176. I almost reset because I was so used to resetting at that point. But I stopped myself, and thank goodness I did, because we got 176.9, which is, if you know math, more than 170. What? And actually we hit pro class on that attempt. So it is possible, but some of these scores are really, really tight. The last one I haven't done, like I said, is the Marina course. This is stage 4. Now, the waves do matter, and that is partially why I haven't gotten the 170 score, but the main thing is this beginning area. It twists and turns, and it's very, very, like, sharp. Like, on a dime, you have to turn and hit. I mean, look at this. Like, this is one of the attempts that I played in the first 5 minutes. I am really struggling to understand where these turns are happening. I have a little good series of events right here. Like, that was really good. So that little section, that's where you get a lot of points. And then there's, double arrow or double points and a lot of good stuff later on. But if you can get about 120 at that beginning area at the start, you're doing really good. Again, just watch out for the waves. Use your power speed as much as you can. I would not recommend using the speed there because you do need to slow down, get both double points. And then it's a straight shot to the end. Sadly, I didn't have enough points because I missed that one double point. I didn't have enough to get the 170. So we go again. This is probably 2 minutes later. I, got to learn the course really, really fast. Like I said, just play the courses over and over. The 170 points will come. You just gotta learn when, where, and how. I missed that, and I'm thinking, maybe I should reset. But I keep going, thinking, okay, I don't have to play it perfectly. It's fine, it's whatever. And this beginning area, huge for points. I mean, look at that. We're just cruising right now. Speed is key, but also precision. I mean, this really tests your steering abilities and speed usage. I mean, I thought cycling, was all about accuracy and speed, and it made me feel like I was a drunk driver because I'm turning all the time. But I would say this is even more because it's very, very slippery. The water is. And as long as you hit this final one is a little high, but you can get it, and then a power rush to the end. So I got a 176 there. As you can tell, there's about, I'd say 10 or 20 points if you play it average, quote unquote. There's about a 10 or 20 point range where you can mess up here and there.
You did it.
And 170 points on all stages is Power Cruiser. The next stamp is a little tedious. It's 5,000 pointer. So you have to get a total cumulative score of 5,000 points overall. So what I found to be the best is stage 5, the one with the cave in the middle where you go through the little temple cave. I could get on average 180 on this course. This is my best attempt at it ever. I think I break 200 here. Again, I've been playing the course for a while. I found this one to be the most beneficial, but I would recommend either stage 1, stage 5, which is the one I'm playing, or just any stage you feel comfortable with. Whatever the one you feel the most comfortable with, where you can get the most points consistently, play that one. Because you need to get 5,000 points, and this can take some time. If you get 100 points every time, you're playing this game 500 times. No, 50 times. Sorry. But still, that's a lot. Playing Power Cruiser 50 times? I mean, I got better stuff to do in my day, you know? So, again, Wiimote broke, hit a rock, because why not? And then, right there, 200 points was broken. I was very, very proud of that. 203, just immaculate. Very, very proud of myself. And then, it was actually the very next attempt that I got the 5,000 point stamp. We're just going to cut to the end here because you've already seen the course. So I got like 195 on the dot actually. And I'm spamming A because I'm just trying to get through it. I've played this stage like 10 times. Spammed through the stamp by accident, but we all knew what I was going for. 5,000 pointer. And now all we have to do is leisurely cruiser. There is a practice mode, and there are 5 balloons scattered around the island, and you just have to go find them. They each give you an extra minute on your time. You can probably do this within 5 minutes, maybe 7 minutes. It's closer to 6 or 7 minutes. So go to free cruising, and I'm going to tell you where every single balloon is. So you're going to start here and just go straight towards the volcano. You might want to hang a little bit right, because if you can see in the distance, there is a yacht, boat, whatever. It's red and white. I'm kind of blocking it right now, but that is where the first balloon is. The first balloon, they're giant purple balloons with a little timer on them. They give you a minute. That's why the little clock timer is on them. But you can kind of see it right to the, it's to the left of the boat right there. You just go up to this boat and get the first one. Now, this is the easiest stamp, especially if you know where the balloons are, but it's probably the most lengthy stamp because Power Cruiser is all about speed. And this one's like, hey, we're going to scatter balloons all across the island, have fun. Like, just go find them. It's going to take you a minute. And that's why they give you an extra minute on your timer. So it seems a little backwards, but you're going to head right back to where you spawn. You probably could get this one when you spawn. You can probably just turn around and get this one, but you go towards the island where you spawned, and there's going to be a balloon kind of in the middle right of the island. It does take a little bit of time, but again, very, very easy. And then the following 3 balloons are actually really, really close together. This path is very, very helpful, I found. Yes, you do have to kind of go back to where you spawned, but I think it's the easiest way to formulate a route. Go forward, head backwards, and then you're going to hang left, and I'll explain a little more on that when we get to that point. So yeah, it does take a little bit of time, but as long as you're, you know, twisting your Wiimote and nunchuck to get that speed boost, you'll be fantastic. So we're coming up on the island here. We should see the balloon any minute now. Again, it's going to be on this middle right side, kind of near where that cliff is. Let's see here. Hitting all the waves. That was some serious air, by the way. There it is. Okay, you can barely see it in the distance. Again, they spaced these balloons out like crazy. I don't know who thought it would be a good idea and fun to do this. It's relaxing, especially with all the like high stakes intensity um, jet ski power cruiser stamps, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's fun. It is calming, I would say. Alright, so you're going to head back to where you just were. Alex, why are we going back and forth? I promise it makes sense. You're going to hang more left, though. So last time you were kind of like lined up or middle, maybe a little to the right of the volcano. This time you're going to take a left. And you're going to stay on the left because on this left side there's going to be a natural overpassage. And there's going to be a balloon right in the center of the over-under passage, whatever you want to call it. You'll see what I mean very, very soon. So just go towards the landforms, and one of them is going to have, yes, this little arch formation. And in that arch formation, a balloon is there. And that is going to be your third balloon. And I promise balloons 3, 4, and 5, they come very, very quickly because of this route. So just stay with me here. So that passage right there, my giant me head is blocking it, but that's where the balloon is. It hasn't spawned in yet because we're a little too far. But any minute now, we should see it. If I could get my big fat head out of the way, I bet we could see it now. Golly. Giant head McGee over here. Any minute now. Any minute now. I promise you, it spawns right there. Whenever you want to spawn, balloon. You know, we are waiting on you. There it is. Okay. Barely saw it. It's right there. Every time my little head bobbles, you can see it because I like take up freaking half the screen, apparently. Alright, so after traveling for like 8 hours, you finally get to this underpassage. That's balloon 3. And thank goodness the next few balloons are close together, because otherwise we would run out of time in this practice mode. So thank goodness each balloon gives you at least a minute. Okay, so third balloon is got. What you want to do is hang left. So you see this little area here. Just hang left, keep hanging left. And stage 5, we went through this little temple cave kind of thing. That's the stage I was just on. We're about to come up on that temple cave. So hang left around here, keep hanging left. You're gonna see a little temple wall in the middle of the screen, kind of on the right side of this cave we're coming up on. You see that little jutting temple head? That's how you know you've gotten there. So you're just gonna hang a right in there, and the balloon will be kind of near the end of the area. And then it's just a straight shot to the final balloon. So like I said, hang in here. You can go through the main entrance. I kind of take that to save a little bit of time. Doesn't really matter because, again, you're going to have plenty of time. If you follow this route and use your speed like every other second, you're going to have plenty of time. So you're going to shoot out of this cave area, and then you're just going to go forward. Maybe a little left, but forward. So yeah, take a left, go on the left side of that little pillar, and then just go straight. And that final balloon will be there. Yeah, so it's in between another overpassage and then a giant rock. And you can already see the balloon right there. So that is all 5 balloons. If you get them in 5 minutes, then you play a regular course, any course you want, whether it be the first or the last course, or any in between, whichever one you want to play. And then, yeah, I kind of wipe out there. Thank goodness it spawns me near the balloon. I would have been just absolutely devastated if it didn't. But yeah, you get all 5 balloons, and then you can hit start race by hitting the minus button, complete a course, and then you get the stamp, and that is all 5 stamps. Well, that's 4 of the 5. I got 1 stamp, and I did a lot of courses on 170 prior, but regardless, now in Power Cruiser, we have all of the stamps, all 5. Power Jumper, Power Cruiser, Leisurely Cruiser, which is the one we just got, And then the other two, I can't remember what they're called, but we have them all. We reached pro class. This sport is done. We will never go back to power cruising. We got Ringmaster, 5,000 pointer, power jumper, power cruiser, and leisurely cruiser. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. I think we're going to go into some bowling. I think I'm feeling a little bit of bowling. I know we did that recently, but I know I can get the perfect game and complete that set of stamps. Peace.